watching for the winners. It could be weeks before we know who won key races from the midterm elections. A brand new billionaire right here in Southern California where the winning Powerball ticket was sold. Hello, everyone. Welcome to The Rundown. I'm Robin Winston. LA is waiting to find out who will be the next mayor. Congresswoman Karen Bass and developer Rick Caruso are in a tight race. So here's what Rick Caruso told supporters at his election night party at the Grove.
I love you guys. So we don't know the outcome yet, but I'm happy to say that we're starting out strong.
Caruso thanked his family and the people who backed him during his 9-month campaign. Karen Bass also acknowledged that it will take time before we know the outcome of this race. Here's what she told supporters at the Hollywood Palladium.
Together is how we will get there, because we will have a new Los Angeles. When we win, we will win.
A lot of money went into this race, described as the most expensive LA mayor race in history. Billionaire Rick Caruso reportedly spent $100 million, while Congresswoman Karen Bass had the backing of Democratic leaders in Washington. It could be days or weeks before we find out who wins. The heated battle for the LA County Sheriff continues. As of Wednesday morning, the challenger, Robert Luna, had the lead in the race, but incumbent Sheriff Alex Villanueva made significant progress to close the gap. If Luna wins, he'll become the second person in more than a century to unseat the incumbent in the sheriff's race. But Sheriff Villanueva is not giving up.
And the behavior of people that voted by mail 3 weeks ago versus the behavior of people that voted today in person is night and day different.
Former Long Beach Police Chief Luna sounded optimistic but cautious about the early results. He hinted he's ready to get to work.
The men and women who work for this department are amazing. I have met so many of you, and to listen to you and hear about what you dream of, the things you want to accomplish, the things you have accomplished, it's amazing.
Polls leading up to the election have shown Luna with the lead over Sheriff Villanueva. Democratic Senator Alex Padilla has made history again. He's the first Latino to be elected to represent the state of California in the U.S. Senate.
America is great. Our democracy is sacred. The American dream is sacred. And together, we're going to defend it.
The LA native was a strong favorite to win the race. He broke a barrier last year when he was appointed by Governor Newsom to fill Kamala Harris's seat after she became vice president. Gavin Newsom easily won a second term as California's governor, beating Republican State Senator Brian Dahle. Newsom celebrated with his family Tuesday night in Sacramento. Many are speculating that he'll now look toward a presidential run in the future. We'll keep tracking those election results as they come in, so make sure you stay with us on TV, on NBCLA.com, and on our streaming platforms like Roku and Apple TV, and of course on your cell phone. If you download the NBCLA mobile app, you'll get push alerts when key races have been decided. There's a new billionaire in Southern California. Someone bought the winning $2 billion Powerball ticket at a gas station in Altadena. The owner of Joe's Service Center and mobile station says he hopes it's one of his regulars. He knows many of them by face and by name.
No, we don't know.
Not yet.
No, we have no idea. We sell plenty tickets, like almost 5,000 tickets a day.
Who is it? Who has the ticket? One thing we do know, Joe and his family got a big old check. They got $1 million for selling the ticket with all 6 numbers. Congratulations. All right, the first major storm of the season caused some pretty big problems on our roads and freeways. Take a look at this. The view from News Chopper 4 shows the massive backup on the 5 in Sun Valley during the Tuesday afternoon commute. The freeway was down to just 1 lane after the rain flooded the other lanes. We've also been watching the fish fire burn scar over in Duarte. Thankfully, the storm passed through without triggering mudslides. All evacuation orders have been lifted now that flash flooding is no longer expected. Our latest storm brought several inches of fresh snow to the mountains. Check this out. That even prompted Bear Valley Unified Schools in Big Bear to close down Tuesday because of power outages, bad weather, and unsafe road conditions. All right, let's check in with meteorologist Belen De Leon and see if we'll need to keep the rain gear handy or if we can tuck it away.
Well, our most recent storm has brought a lot of rain and snow, but it is out of here. So the question is, what's next? Well, we're going to have plenty of sunshine. Our skies will be clearing. You can put away that umbrella. The winds were pretty wild with that storm system. Well, now they're going to be breezy. We're going to have offshore flow on Thursday and Friday, and that's going to help warm our temperatures. In fact, we're going to be slightly warmer all the way into the weekend. This weather forecast is going to be short and sweet, but that's a good thing. That means that things aren't going to get too crazy. Look at the temperature trend. In Moreno Valley, we do have some cold temperatures on Wednesday, but after that point, we're looking at highs in the mid to upper 60s all the way through next week. Not looking at any rain, just cool temperatures, so bundle up.
A celebration of life will be held Friday for Migos founding member Takeoff. The rapper, whose real name is Kirsnick Curry Ball, was shot and killed in Houston last week. The public memorial will be held at State Farm Arena in Atlanta. The family asked that in lieu of flowers, that donations be made to the Rocket Foundation, which was recently established to support programs to prevent gun violence. Houston police are looking at surveillance video to determine what led to the shooting. WNBA star Brittany Griner has been moved to a Russian penal colony. Griner's lawyers and her agent announced the move. Griner was transferred from the detention center where she'd been held since her arrest in February. Russia's penal colonies are notoriously harsh with very poor food and terrible conditions. In August, the two-time Olympic gold medalist was sentenced to 9 years in prison after authorities found vape cartridges with cannabis oil in her luggage. Facebook parent company Meta has begun a major round of layoffs. CEO Mark Zuckerberg says 11,000 people, which is about 13% of the company's workforce, have been given pink slips. This is the first widespread staff reduction in the tech giant's history. Zuckerberg blames himself, telling executives at Facebook's parent company that he was overly optimistic about growth, which led to excessive hiring. Right now, the American Red Cross is pushing for blood donors ahead of the height of the flu season. The CDC is predicting a serious spread of the flu this year. There are already reports of cases spiking early in several states. Historically, the Red Cross says when seasonal illnesses increase, the number of healthy donors tend to decrease. And that can leave the organization vulnerable to potential blood shortages over the holidays. You can always get news and weather updates on the NBCLA app and our website, NBCLA.com. And be sure to tune into Today in LA on NBC4 weekdays from 4 to 7 a.m. I'll be helping you get around with the traffic reports throughout your morning commute. I'll see you next time on The Rundown.